Hello, my name's Emma and I'm the Nitty Nutty Mum. So this is my first video. I've been meaning to do this for an absolute age, but not got round to it. Well, I've just been a bit nervous, but I just thought, do you know what? If you're going to do it, just go for it. So that's what I'm doing. I've got no makeup on. It's first thing in the morning, no makeup. Hair is a big fuzz ball, but I just thought I'm going to crack on. I'm about to head down to the yarn studio. It's a beautiful sunny day. And what do I mean by my yarn studio? It's like a metal box, shipping container, which I've filled with yarn and lovely things. And I invite people along for workshops. We sit and make and we do. We drink tea. Sometimes I offer out a biscuit. I'm feeling generous. And we make and we have a lovely time there. So it's a space that I'm really, really proud of. I've been working on it for just about a year now, and it's coming together slowly. So I really wanted to share it with you guys. If that's something you're interested in, then please come along. I'm about to go and get myself sorted, and I'm about to get going. I'm not going to lie, it's been a scary old year. This is something that I didn't think was possible. So I'm a teacher and I have been for 20 years. That's all I've really known for the last 20 years of my career. So jumping into something like this was really jumping into the unknown. I have no idea about business and what it entails. But all I knew was that I loved to work with yarn and I just wanted to see if it would work. So with the support of my husband, and when this place came up for rent, I just thought, you know what, I've got to give it a go. It's in a part of Cardiff that's a bit interesting. Like there's loads of little businesses around here, all artistic, something different about them. And I just thought it was the sort of place that maybe I'd fit in. But yeah, I was at that crossroads in my life where I'd had the 20 years of teaching. Things just didn't feel quite the same anymore and I fancied something different. My children were grown up, so they're old enough now, they're doing their own thing. Definitely don't need to worry about childcare anymore. So I'm at that point where like I could do pretty much anything I wanted to, say with the support of my husband, and he was absolutely brilliant, no problem, you know, he pushed me to do it, to be honest. So when this place came up and I knew about the area and I've been down here, I'd brought my own things from where I've done markets and things. There've been ones down here before when I've brought down and set up the markets myself down here before. So it just felt like I had to do it. And it was like, I'm going to give it a go, give it a couple of months. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I've had fun. If it does work, then great. And I'm here a year later and it's still working. So that's really exciting. And I'm looking forward to what's around the corner, and what I might be able to do in the future. It's sort of building, but slowly. So my budget was always very small. I didn't want to invest too much money in it all, just in case it didn't work. So I had some money left over from doing markets. So I used that and invested that into the space. When we first got this space, it looked very different. It had previously been used as a catering space. I think they've been running a business, a brownie business out of here. So all of that needed changing. I had to pull out all the plastic walls where it was all very hygienic and, set up for catering. And there was a cupboard down here at the back, which we've resited at the front instead now. But I knew I wanted a space. So I thought, if I'm going to run the workshops, if that was something that I actually was considering, which I was considering doing, I wanted to make sure that we had a space at the back here that would enable people to sit comfortably and just be cozy for a couple of hours whilst they get creative. So that was the main thing. I wanted to make sure I had everything, all the furniture that we've got in here. I've managed to I've had it from my stash at home because I'm a bit of a furniture collector, I have to say. So I had some bits and pieces at home already, which I used, or I've got them free or really low priced, like on Facebook Marketplace or something like that. And I'm really chuffed with how I've managed to bring it together. And luckily, like, my style is very, very, like, what's the word, vintage, eclectic. I don't like everything looking the same. I like things to look like it's, it's got some age to it. Some life to it, so the style suits that anyway. But I will give you a little guided tour in a little minute. I'm sure you want to see how I've managed to use this space and what I've managed to squeeze into it. But I want to thank you for just joining me today. And say it was a bit of a scary time putting a little video together and just going for it, and I'm pleased I have. So let's have a quick little studio tour before I start talking as if I'm finishing the video. I'm not finished yet. We've got a tour to do. Let's have a little look around. So here is the lovely yarn studio. Okay, only a very small space. I think it's like 7 meters by 3 meters, but we've managed to cram so much in. Everything that I need is here pretty much. So anyway, let's just have a quick guide round. So these bits here are all things that I've made. There's quite a lot of stock here from pre-Christmas, to be honest, but it's got also, I've got a few bits and pieces, the head warmers, the infinity scarves, like snoods and things. So I need to decide what to do with these little things. Obviously it's getting warmer now. It's now coming up for March, so there'll be less demand for these types of things, the cozy things anyway. So I'm either going to try and sell them off. Maybe I'll do a little bit of a sale. Maybe I'll just stash them away ready for next year. I'll have a little think about that. But coming round, so here's like some of the yarn. This stand here I actually used to use for greeting cards, because I used to make the greeting, well I still do, but I'm not showing them at the moment. I'm not stocking them. But yeah, I found this stand. I use this stand and I thought, oh, all my special cotton yarn I can put on that. So that works really, really well. Then if I go round, so this is kind of where it gets a little bit messy. This is kind of my funny, it's an in-betweeny space at the moment, and I'm working on it. But as you can see, mainly for tea making at the moment, but it's also where my plug socket is. So this is where I use the glue gun and things on this table. Anything that needs to be electrical all kind of happens on this table here. So I've got to think about this. I might rework it. Massive stash of box of yarn there that's just full of yarn that I use. And then round to the back here, so this is my pride and joy. This is my little crochet workshop space, my little booth area, and this is where the magic happens, obviously, where everyone comes to do their workshop. So really chuffed with this. We built this ourselves, so bought all the timber, I think we use OSB and like 2x4. We made a frame. It's also storage as well underneath there, so I knew I needed the storage, and I thought, why not try and make a seating space that has storage as well. And it's really cozy, it's really comfortable. I upholstered it with this fabric that I had. I just have stashes of, this is what I'm like, I've got stashes of yarn and stashes of fabric, and so I'm sure there's a lot of you out there who can empathise and understand. But yes, this is a really nice space, and people do like to be here for a good couple of hours. It just feels like a really cosy space for people to be in. And that's my stash of yarn of my own. That's just for me to use at the back there. Just think it looks really cool in the coloured frames. And I'm trying to decorate the walls a little bit more. So this is one of the blankets I made a long time ago. These table mats we actually offer as a workshop now. All the bits along the back, most of them, not the granny squares there, they're just a pile on my own. But most of the things here are kind of like from workshops that I do. And then following round, so I'm going to come around this way a little bit. So here you can see I've got a nice little stock of yarn, and what I'm trying to do, so this bookshelf here I've had since I was a teenager, so it's really nice. It's just sat here being used to stash the loveliest of yarn. But I'm trying to source all the yarn that I get. I'm trying to get it's a little bit different. I'm not trying to get the big brands. I'm trying to go for the slightly smaller British brands if I can. So that's my intention at the moment, and what I'm aiming for, because I want it to be somewhere where people want to come along and have a touch and a feel of yarns that are a little bit different, not the same old stuff that you can get off the internet, you know. So I like, yeah, I'm working on that at the moment. I've got things like the t-shirt yarn. The recycled yarns are really important to me, so I've got recycled yarns at the back here, and other types of yarn that I just think is a bit different and a bit interesting. Small stash of like all your tools and equipment that you might need, things like the scissors and stuff. So like I say, I've only got small bits at the moment. It's just trying to and then I've got like the little kits. Look, I've got loads of little kits, and again the British brand. So that's kind of it really, guys. It's not massive, it's small. I'm going to try maybe one day to have shelving all the way along that wall there, and possibly, you know, can build up a bit more up here and things. There's lots of space that I could still use, but like I say, I'm not trying to, I don't want to overspend too soon. I want it to be worthwhile, and I want to use I want any money that I make from my business, I'm reinvesting it all the time. So that's how it works. Yeah, so that's kind of it. So I just want to sorry, making sure mic is on. Professional. Yeah, thank you for being here today. I hope if you've been watching this and just thinking it might be something that you're interested in, like maybe you've just got a room in your house, and you're thinking you might just want to set it up as a little studio, or maybe you want to jump in and do a bit of this and maybe set up a business. Maybe you want to set up a business not necessarily in yarn art, maybe you want to do something completely different. All I would say to you is just give it a try and see. Of course, I know it's not been easy. I've said this once already. It's not easy. You are constantly thinking about what you can be doing, but you have freedom, and you have the opportunity to just have a play. I literally see it as that I am playing, and I get to do the stuff that I know I enjoy at a pace that suits me as well. And I'm just going to see where it goes. So I'm hoping to put some more videos out, and it would be lovely if you could join me. And I will be popping, you know, on my videos, I'll be showing you what goes on here at the studio, sorts of things that I do during the week, and also kind of showing the good bits, but also the bad bits as well, like what happens. This is like what having a small business is like. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thanks again for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Like and subscribe, would you? Thanks everyone, take care, good to see you. Ta-ra.